Well, hello everybody. So, welcome to day 4 of the Business Burnout Breakthrough Challenge. So, I'm very excited to be with you all today and share with you the tips that I have to creating more time and more energy for what lights you up in your life. So, a common theme that I've found from my clients and people that I talk to that are doing big things in their life is that they find it difficult for the time and the energy to do the things that they want and the things that they're really passionate about, and life gets in the way. So, all of the things that I've been sharing this week so far are tips to help you do that. But today I also have a few more tips for you. So I'm very excited to share with you some of these techniques that you can implement in your life to be able to create more time and energy. So you may already be doing some of them, but if not, then this may give you some either reminders or some inspiration in what you can do to boost those and get more energy. So basically, what I'd like to encourage you to do if you want to play along here is actually just take a moment. So you can close your eyes if you want, or just take a moment and think about a time in your life, sometime before today or even now, or in the past, where you've been successful at doing something that you're really passionate about. So just want to take a minute to sort of connect what might come up for you, and want you to think about what kind of things you were doing or what you felt like when you were in that zone of success where things were flowing, you're in perhaps that creative space, you feel like you have lots of time and energy to do the things that you're really excited about. And so just what comes up for you. I'd love to see in the comments if you want to share different feelings that come to you when you're feeling passionate and inspired and engaged. I'd love to hear about that. That's the thrive part of the exhale and thrive piece of my coaching, and that's why I did the title. Because not only, like I mentioned on day 1, the requirement to take time to exhale and really recharge is important. The other piece is the thriving. So what does that thriving look like for you? So it helps to connect to the emotions, and also maybe there were different ways you approach things that you've done in the past that maybe are missing now. So if you'd like, again, you can put that in the comments below, and I'll get into the 6 tips I have for you. And then if you have any questions as we go, I'll be taking a couple moments at the end, a few minutes maybe, to answer any questions you might have. So if you think of those as we're going along, just feel free to pop those in the chat. So the first one I have for you, the first tip, is getting connected. So get connected to your why and your purpose and the real meaning behind what it is that you're doing. So for me, the reason why I'm doing this, for example, this video and this week, is to really serve my clients, share the tips and techniques that have worked for me. I often get asked, how I managed to make it all happen, and sometimes it isn't easy, but these techniques make it easier and more manageable over the long haul. So get connected is the first one. The second tip is to get inspired. So take time to read inspiring books or blogs or articles. You may want to listen to podcasts or audiobooks. You may want to watch videos like this, TED Talks, YouTube. There's lots of great things out there to inspire you. So get inspired is number 2. Okay. The third one is to get in tune with your cycles. So as you know, in a day, there's going to be, there's morning people and there's evening people. So if you know what kind of energy cycle that you have, you can work with that. And so put the focus on the times when you have the most energy for your creative and your output. And then when you have less energy in the day, then save that for the other things. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So basically, so get in tune with your cycles. So again, there's also a weekly cycle. So for me, I work on Monday to Friday, right? So the Monday and the Friday tend to be a little bit slower paced most of the time. And so that's time to ramp up. And then the middle of the week is a little more busy. So I schedule my time for planning and laying out my schedule at the beginning of the week, and then I just kind of ride out the waves until the end of the week. So getting in tune with your cycles, then also monthly and yearly and even beyond that really helps. So you're not actually fighting against the tide. Okay, so that was number 3, getting in tune with your cycles of energy. And then the 4th one is getting support. So you may already be doing this, and things like having a supportive communities to connect with, where you can share your concerns, celebrate your wins. Like we talked about yesterday, the celebration is key, and it's nice to be able to connect with people that really can understand you and can share in that celebration. So the support really helps. Another thing is you can get more time if you're delegating or hiring in staff to assist you. So I know can often be a resistance to doing that because of the time it takes to train somebody, and they don't do it as well as you do, but the investment is worth it in the long run. So that is another easy and somewhat quick way to get support and get more energy and see where people can help you out. So not only are you helping yourself by creating more space so you can focus on your most important things, the things that really light you up and that give you the most value in your life, but you're also actually helping out others as well. So by delegating to your staff or getting assistance, then they can either help by learning and growing and expanding themselves, or perhaps they can also have the gift of caring for you. So as most of you may be caregivers, there is something quite important about caring for someone, right? And so if we do it all ourselves, then we can't, we're kind of taking that gift away. So maybe you can look at it that way. That might help a little differently. So getting support either from others or in communities that really understand you. All right. So I'm down to I think we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 5, this one's a big one. It's a really mindset piece. So there's a difference between wanting and deciding to do something. And part of that is the change cycle. At the beginning, there's the, before you actually get to action, there's contemplation. And before that, there's even pre-contemplation. So you may be thinking about something and wanting to do something for a while. And it takes a while for that meter, you move through the stages. Before you're actually going to get to action. So for myself personally, I used to actually get frustrated when I wasn't at action, when I'd already been thinking about it for this much. But I realized the thinking and the contemplation, the pre-contemplation stages have to happen first before you're even able to get to the action stage. So that's also kind of tying into the cycles piece, that if you understand that, then you can stop being hard on yourself and just get yourself, move yourself through those stages. The inspiration and the community also helps with that. So take yourself from wanting to do something to deciding to do something. And that's where the big shift I found in myself, in my own life, has made a big difference. So it's a commitment piece, really, and it's a deciding to do something different. Once that switch has been flipped, I've seen amazing things happen in people, in my clients, in my colleagues and friends. Just amazing things, but understanding that there is a switch will really help, so that if you're in the wanting stage, don't get upset with yourself that you're not in the decided stage. Just understand and help yourself move through those stages. Again, the inspiration, the connecting to your why really makes a difference. And then the final thing I wanted to share is getting help. So I talked about getting support, and then the help part is almost more about having somebody show you how to get there. So I used to run years ago, and I connected with people that knew how to run, and I got to talk to them about how, what to eat for breakfast, what kind of running shoes to wear, all these sort of technical details that I didn't know, right? And so they were able to help coach me and teach me and show me the way and make it a lot quicker and a lot easier than had I tried to kind of bumble my way through it on my own. So the getting the help piece really is connecting to others who have perhaps figured out how to do it already, and that they can show you how, and maybe have the path laid out for you, or I'd like perhaps in a course or some sort of program. And then another option would be to connect with a mentor, where they would be able to support you as you go through it. more of a formal, I guess, or informal mentorship, but be able to kind of personalize it for you. So those two options are there. And then the coaching piece. So as a coach, I love coaching. And one of the most exciting gifts that I have found really is not only coaching others, which I absolutely love to do, but being coached. The experience of it is amazing, and it continues to blow my mind. The ability to sit down with someone and focus on your whatever it is that you're working on for a set period of time and nothing else. There's no other distractions, and you can really thought partner, think through things with that person, and it can really make amazing changes on the mindset level and strategy, and all your personal things, and it all kind of works in together. And so I found that when you're learning something new, there's the up and down. You get excited, you're inspired, and then you have a hard time and something doesn't work out, or you don't know what you're doing. And it can be an up and down kind of experience. And that's part of learning, and it's part of the journey. But I found with the coach, it almost keeps me, I can't stay up here instead of these big ups and downs. And so I'm still able to make progress, and it's a lot easier. So I found that amazing, and it makes a world of difference. Takes away that hard, difficult piece and smooths it out, so that the energy and the time that you need to get where you want to go is going to be that much faster and easier. So I've shared with you today 6 tips on how to create more energy and more time. So if you have any questions, I'd love to hear them below, and I'll just go through them once more for you. So getting connected to your purpose and your why of what you're doing and why you want to do it in the first place is really important. Connecting to your inspiration and getting ideas and inspiration externally, and sort of feeding yourself like a sponge really helps as well. You can learn a lot that way too. The third thing is getting in tune with your cycles and being patient if you're in one and you're not in the other, and trust that it'll come back. I like to think of it kind of like the sun. So, the weather, we have sunny days and we have cloudy days, right? But what's crazy is I always love it when I go flying. When you go up and you burst through the clouds, I live in the West Coast, and so often it's rainy and cloudy here. And every time I burst through those clouds, the sun is up and it's clear blue sky and amazing, regardless of how it feels below. And so I like to think of that when I'm stuck in that gray, cloudy mindset, thinking, why am I not sunny and full of energy? And really, it's just a mindset piece. So if you were watching my video the other day when I mentioned the knee-high maze, it's just like that. You're standing up, putting your head through the clouds into the clarity up above. So just recognizing that if it's a rainy day, that's okay. And sometimes that is where it's at, but you can change your mindset and it makes a big difference. Okay. Then getting support, like I mentioned, delegating, hiring, letting people care for you and help you, and also understanding the benefit that has for others as well, letting them grow and expand. And then connecting to your communities that will help and understand you. Facebook's been amazing that way in bringing people together in like-minded communities. So I've been loving that. And then getting committed and deciding, understanding that there's a difference between wanting something and deciding to have it. And like I mentioned before, the difference between pre-contemplation, contemplation, action. I don't remember exactly the other stages, but the beginning ones are key for me, I found. And then finally getting help. So through courses, through coaches and mentorship, people are out there that want to help you, that can make it easier for you and minimize some of that ups and downs and support you along the way. So there's some tips for you. Oh, sorry, my kitty wants to join in. So if anybody has any questions, I'll just stick around for a moment. But otherwise, I encourage you to take one of these things, if not more of them, and just reconnect so that you can boost your energy and feel like you have more time. Because when we're in that passionate space, it's funny how time can stand still and everything flows. So some of these tips will help you get there. So reconnect and get the support and the inspiration, and you'll be on your way. So thank you all for joining me again for day 4 of this Business Burnout Breakthrough Challenge. I hope that some of these tips have been useful. I'd love to hear about what has stuck out for you. If any of these things are things you're already doing, or perhaps there's something that you want to do something different, I'd love to hear about it either in this comments or in my group. The thing about this Facebook Live, I can hear some feedback, thank you ladies, but it's different than having a conversation. So I'd love to hear about it. Good luck. I wish you all the best for the rest of this evening, and don't forget to take time to reconnect, get help, be inspired and supported so that you can have your biggest impact on the world out there. So thank you all for connecting. I look forward to seeing you one more night tomorrow for day 5, where we're going to wrap up all these techniques I've shared with you this week. We'll get together and put actually an action plan together so that you can take them, apply them for the next little while, so you can make this end of the year the best one yet. So thank you all for connecting. It was wonderful to see you all, and have a lovely night. Bye.